Welcome to my Atari ST nostalgia trip, and in this video I will have a look back at Barbarian. And I had a go at the ultra-violent Palace software version of Barbarian already, but yeah, this is a totally different game by Psygnosis. Because when the Palace software version had great gameplay but not so great graphics, this version by Psygnosis sort of turns it all around. It has great graphics for such an early game. I mean, this is early 1987 we're talking about here. But the gameplay is, well, people would say it's mostly absent. But still, I have good memories of this game, despite the many flaws, because it is one of the very first I played that actually had good quality graphics. And it's also one of the first I played in color when we had our ST back in the day. And yeah, also quite uniquely for this game, for a Psygnosis game, is actually the characters you see on the box, including that really big dragon. They are actually in the game, and for Psygnosis games that's an exception because usually their box art has nothing to do with the game whatsoever. I think it's only this one that actually represents the game properly, and probably Brattacus, and all the other ones really don't. So yeah, without further ado, I just want to get into the game, start it up, and I already started up the game, and I am playing the fixed version to play it from the hard drive, which also features this really cool graphic to start up with. I think it's not in the original. I think they made this later. But yeah, it plays from the hard drive, so as you can see, it's sort of going through the opening pictures quite quickly. Because yeah, it's not loading them from disk. And then it says, "Welcome to the world of Barbarian. Press any key to begin the quest." And that's it, you're in the game. Now, I will be playing this fixed version, and I've also enabled unlimited lives, because yeah, I used to be quite good at this game actually, but I only got good after lots of practice to get sort of a feel for the gameplay and also get a feel for the required timing. And yeah, to be very honest, I have not reached that level of skill again, and it will take too long for me to reach that, and I don't have the time to practice that much anymore with my job and everything. But I do want to be able to show you the game a bit and fool around with the crazy ways, maybe show some of the glitches we might encounter. So the story of this game is this little guy here. I am a Hagor, and Hagor is a very brave barbarian, and his mission is to find and destroy the evil wizard Necron and destroy his lair. And to get through Necron and to destroy his lair, you actually, you start on a quest, and you have to get through lots of screens with lots of enemies and lots of traps. And yeah, the manual says lots of puzzles, which, yeah, I don't think there's lots of puzzles in the game. Now, of course, you can see below here, yeah, these are the game is mouse controlled, which is, yeah, which most people complain a lot about. Of course, the same was true in Brattacus. When you started it up, it was completely mouse controlled, which really didn't work. But you could actually get to an option screen by pressing the help button and change your controls. Now, and you could even there also save and restore games and such, and even put it in a sort of video mode, like demo mode. Now, I can press the help button in this game also. And the only thing it says is like there's no options available. Any key will just make you exit back to the game. So that means there's no way I can change my controls. There's no way I can, for instance, do something like joystick controls. And there's also no option to save or restore your game, which I think that's the biggest mistake they made in this game, because some of the screens are really difficult to get through. So even if you got really far on one life, there's this one screen that you are struggling with, and you would just die like 3 or 4 times, and that's game over, and you have to start all over again. And yeah, that's probably one of the things why this game got so much criticism. Yeah, and I'll get back to Barbarian. Of course, in this version, and I think the version I had at home too, but probably not all, because I had a diskette version of this game too, and there it doesn't work, but I can actually use my arrow keys, as you can see, to move Barbarian around, which is kind of cool. Yeah, so if I press the other way, he will turn around first. I have to press again for him to move, and you can actually use the function keys to make him do this. So instead of having to press these icons with the mouse, I mean, this one makes him stand still. And I can also use F4, it does the same thing. As you can see, if I press F4, it actually shows you that icon. And F5 is the next one, which makes him jump. F6 actually makes him run. F7 does an attack. F8 This one makes him do a backward somersault. I'm not going to do another one because I will die. And so F7 is like the attack, and F6 will make him run. And F9, so this is basically F4, F5, F6, F7, F8, and F9. These function keys you can use. F9, this one makes him turn around and run away, but he also drops everything. So never use this icon ever in the game because you don't really need it. So I have no idea why they put it inside. And of course, if I press the right mouse button, I have options. I can drop stuff. So now I've dropped my sword, which is not a very good idea. This one picks up. Yeah. And I can do the same with F3. F3 puts stuff down. Oh, it doesn't. But F1 is a pickup. Yeah. And if I want to use my sword, I can click here until I weigh an ounce, and it doesn't do anything. I have to click this icon first. This is basically the choice. I want to make a weapon choice, and then I click my sword. And then he has it. And further in the game you can get some strong magic shield, and you can get a bow. And as you can see, I have 0 arrows. You can also collect arrows. And the game also times you, because the score you get in the game is basically either a percentage you get into the game, how far you got through Barbarian. And this timer also times how long it takes you to get to the wizard and destroy him and destroy his lair. And then the time is sort of your score. So the lower the time, the higher your score, except of course when you die early. So what I actually prefer to use the mouse cursor to just make him move. And yes, except for F1 to pick stuff up. And this one is already really annoying because now I'm time, and this time it actually worked. I'm timing my attack, usually with this creature here. If you time your attack right, you will also die. And if you just do it way too early, so your attack is already finished and he will jump against your sword while you're not even doing anything, and then he dies. So I don't know why it worked here. I'm happy that it did. And this creature I just killed, he only appears in one screen. Only this one. So here I know there's a rock falling, so I have to jump here. And so this game is mainly you play it from memory. Because I also know there's an enemy right here, and I immediately have to swing my sword to kill him. So if you walk into this level and you take like one step forward, that creature just kills you immediately. Yeah, and I can jump, and I can stop, and now I can't do anything. And I think also here I have to stop immediately, because that guy is throwing rocks at me. And if you don't know that, you just walk forward a little bit, and even if the rock just sort of touches your toe, you immediately die. So this is a sort of strategy puzzle game that you... Yeah, you play the game. Yeah. And now I pressed F1 to pick up, so I don't have to switch the screen. And I can run, and I can tell him beforehand he has to go down the ladder. Which is a nice feature. So that makes it seem like these controls are actually not that bad. And I guess if you practice them a lot, they probably are not that bad. And I was too late to attack him. See, I just... And the annoying thing is the attack button. He does one of several attacks that he has available, and now I was too late. But still... So that's this swing of the sword that you saw. There's a sort of stab to the top that he can do. He can do a sort of jump, including an attack. And there's no way for you to influence actually which one he does. And that can make the timing really difficult. And of course there's also traps in here. So I will make myself die. You can see like he falls. Yeah, and he's supposed to fall down the ravine, and the nice thing is now they actually show you the bridges is actually, so I don't know why that is. That's the game is also full of glitches, as you can see. I mean, now his foot is actually standing outside of where he can stand, and he's still okay. Yeah, now he's falling down, and yeah, look at that animation. I mean, that animation is so jerky. I'm so glad I'm recording this video at 50 frames per second, because I didn't want to lose out on this animation. But yeah, you have to sort of know that this bridge is actually a trap. Let's see if I can get him. Yeah, now he stands still and doesn't attack. And I just touched him with the tip of my sword, so I got him. But the attacking of your enemies, especially the timing and not knowing exactly which attack he's going to do, can be quite frustrating. And also here. So I knew that rock was Come on, he wasn't even near me! Yeah. As you can see, the hit detection is also not very good. And that is probably the most annoying part of this game, that the hit detection and the animations are really... We are talking single-digit frame rates. I mean, I would be surprised if it was anything more than, like, what, I don't know, what is it, 3 frames per second? Yeah, and I'm gonna pick up the arrow. So for picking up, I'm used to using the function keys. You can probably train yourself in using the function keys and cursors for movement as well, but in my experience, I'm just using the wrong ones for some reason all the time. And oh yeah, I forgot about that trap, sorry. See, this is why I'm playing with unlimited lives. Luckily for me, this time he... Oh, come on, go down. Lucky for me, he put me, on the other side of the trap. What you basically have to do, you either have to run or jump to avoid these. See, now he's doing this walking attack, which means makes my attack range way bigger than what it was before. And that makes the game really frustrating. You really have to remember and then hope he also chooses the right attack. And yeah, I know for a fact that I have to go up the stairs here first. I mean, I can kill this guy, and here in this trap, I will explain later, because I already left the level. Yeah, now he keeps standing still. So if he would have done the jumping attack here, I would have actually killed this guy. Now I have to take a lot of risk. Lucky for me, he's just walking towards me instead of attacking me, but he could have killed me. And if you only have like 3 or 4 lives like normally, that's just really frustrating. And of course you can also make him walk towards your mouse. And if I want to walk him up to here, if I click here, the mouse just gives him the direction, so he will just keep walking. It's not like he's going to stop where the mouse was. I really have to push this button here to make him stop. And yeah, there's so many glitches here. I think I can make him die with the glitch. Ah, I was too late. No. Yeah, okay, he doesn't like that. It's actually best to just run off the screen. Oh, I didn't mean he turned around for no reason. Sorry, I had to get off the screen for. As you can see this trapdoor. There was a guy firing an arrow at me, and the only way to dodge that one basically is to run and then jump a somersault. You can also avoid your enemies that way, which is kind of cool. So you can avoid your enemies. Actually, see, now I'm pressing down. He's not doing anything because I have to walk first, and then he goes down the ladder. And that's yeah, part of the things in the game that people really hate. These controls are just really dodgy. It's so... And it can get very... I mean, now I'm playing with unlimited lives, so I can sort of walk you through the game, and it doesn't really matter. And of course, also when he gets off the ladder, he starts walking to the right for no reason. And it's probably because I was walking to the right before I got on the ladder. He should just wait. And also a lot of times when you walk past the ladder, you just want to walk forward. Now he's just walking, which is good. But actually a lot of times he's just... A lot of times he will just get on ladders, just go up and down when you don't want him. And that can be extremely frustrating. And yeah, and also the enemy, this one, I was attacking him. He was actually already beside me. And so I should not have survived that, but still I did. And I have no idea why. So here it's best to go down. So don't bother with this enemy. I mean, you can see, yeah, this is one that actually, he sort of jumps towards you. I do want the arrow though. Because, yeah, when you progress in the game, at some point you really need the arrows. You can also see that the color scheme changed. At this moment. Yeah, and here there's, oh no, there's not a dog here. Now you can see upstairs here, there's this bow and there's 4 arrows, which is really tempting to go to. But this guy, I mean, I was never able to beat this guy, and looking at his armor, he is probably unbeatable. mean, I tried to jump toward, like past him or attack him, and I just kept dying all the time. So I don't know if there is a way to get this bow and these arrows. I've never seen anyone actually beat this guy and get these bows and arrows, so I just always avoid him. Yeah, if someone knows how to beat this guy, just let me know in the comments, because I've never seen anyone do it. Yeah, and I'm sort of I felt like doing a backward somersault. I'm sort of getting used to the mouse controls, which is a good thing. But the more difficult screens are actually still coming. And oh, sorry. Yeah, I made him walk into the wall. And now I press down and he does go down the ladder. So it's sort of a... Yeah, people tend to think that the controls, they can be a bit a bit random. Is there something for me here? I'm not sure even. And oh, I forgot about that. So you really have to remember every screen, because I totally forgot about that stone falling on top of my head. And I've actually had some test plays. Yeah, these arrows are very tempting, and this one is also a really dangerous enemy, but I know for a fact that he is actually beatable, which is a good thing. And actually I beat him in one go, which I didn't expect I would achieve. But yeah, you need lots of arrows, and don't use them. At some point you will get the bow. Don't immediately start using it, because your amount of arrows are limited. Like here. Yes, exactly. If you sort of jump. And the next enemy I can also avoid by jumping. No, see, now he went up the ladder for no reason. Why? I never told him to do that, and it's just... Ah, go down. You have to sort of tell him in advance where to go. Yeah, this one, as you can see, you don't have to kill all your enemies. You just have to get past the screens. And yeah, it's a good, don't die and get some treasure that you can get. So in this case also, I'm not going to try to kill the dog. I'm just going to run past him, because he's not going to follow me in the next screen. The enemies only attack you in one screen, and the downside is as soon as you leave the screen, you come back. As you can see here also, they immediately respawn. Yeah, so this one I have to kill because I want that arrow. Yeah, and I didn't know what his jump pattern was going to be, and for some reason my barbarian friend... Come on. Sorry, I was talking and playing at the same time. I shouldn't do that. For some reason my barbarian friend was choosing an attack move that really didn't work. Oh, come on! Maybe I should just walk and then attack. Yeah, and see, and now my attack move was basically finished already. He was just putting his sword back in the neutral position, but the enemy jumped against the tip of my sword, and that also killed him. So the attack patterns, they seem to be, yeah, they seem so random. And I don't know, I have no idea why. So now I can go down the ladder, but actually it's better to run to the end of the screen, because I know for a fact that there... Oh, sorry, there's also an enemy here. Yeah, and come on, that guy barely touched me. I mean, and I'm not bothered too much at the moment, because... Come on, what? Maybe I should just walk slowly. Yeah, and this is the part of the game that people like sort of hate. Why people don't like the game. That attack, that guy barely touched me, and he chose an attack move that I don't know. I mean, I killed the guy, and he barely touched me, but still I died because, I don't know, reasons. And probably because they couldn't get the hit detection right. Now, here, finally, there is a bow for me to get, which is cool. This bridge also, this wooden construction does look a bit dodgy. Yeah, it's a bit... so I have to sort of get it, and then I have to make a backward somersault twice. Because as you could... Ooh, that was so... I was too far. Okay, that's just annoying. I didn't mean to do that. Normally, actually, if you make two backward somersaults, you just get far enough to... You just get far enough to get the bow. Lucky for me, actually, the game allows me to keep the bow even after dying like that. But yeah, if you just walk this bridge here, the bridge will collapse and you will fall down. So I didn't mean to die there. If you do 2 backward somersaults, if you get the bow, I think I was a bit too far to the right of the screen. Then you land like right on the edge and you have your bow and you survived. But this is one of those screens where, yeah, it takes a few tries many times before you can actually do it successfully. And if you have a few lives only and no save game option, that's just really annoying. And of course, I forgot to tell you about one more glitch. It's nice to have the mouse cursor here. If I go to the right of the screen, you can see my mouse cursor actually comes back at the other side. So yeah, the gameplay is it's not as glitchy as the one in Braticus, but that one was quite extreme when it came to glitches. I mean that. Oh, come on! Yeah, Braticus is probably the king of glitches when it comes to games. But this one, as you can see, also with hit detection and everything, it's... I mean, normally I would be dead by now. And I would mostly be dead because of some stupid glitches that when an enemy is not even touching me... yeah, the enemy is not even touching me, but yeah, and if for some reason he just decides to walk to the right. I don't know why. Probably because I was walking to the right before I got on the ladder. So the AI on this game also is not very... I mean, that guy is just standing there. Look at him. I can attack him from the back, and I was even quite late. So suddenly, after some of these screens that were really frustrating and can get really difficult, these ones are actually... Yeah, these ones are actually relatively easy. Especially this one. Why did I put the screen in? There's nothing to do here except just walk back and forth and go on a ladder. It really is a mystery to me. So yeah, when it comes to game design, this game is probably not the champion. I mean, still, yeah, there's something about this game that I like, and it sort of overrules all my frustration because I'm playing with unlimited lives here. But there's this entertainment value. The game, for its time, especially like early 1987, the game just looked absolutely fantastic. I mean, these graphics nowadays, they don't do much, especially the extremely jerky animation. I mean, it really is... Yeah, it's like 3 frames per second, maybe 4, but I think it's even I think it's like 3. So here I have to pick up the arrow. I shouldn't walk out that side of the screen because actually if I do, there's a cliff. And again, he went onto the ladder without me wanting him to. He just decided on his own. Yeah, this is I think I said it before. This is the frustrating part of the game. And of course, there's enemies here also. But lucky for me, he's just standing there again, like. And the color scheme also changed, which means this is like a new sort of chapter, I would say, a new chapter part of the game. Yeah, and I think my estimation of 3 frames per second in animation is sort of okay. So yeah, I sarcastically said I'm so glad I am actually capturing this at 50 frames per second. And I think actually the next screen is a dragon. So let's check it. Yeah, it is. And the frustrating part is that dragon looks kind of cool even with the animation. But you have to kill him so quickly that you hardly get a chance to see him. Because I think you need like 3 arrows or something to kill him. So I have to go into the screen and immediately start firing. And actually I'm already too late. I mean, I killed the dragon, but because I went into the screen one time and got back, the dragon got a chance to get a little bit closer. So as soon as I got into the screen the next time, he immediately started spewing fireballs at me. And I think you need like, I think 2 or 3 arrows to kill him. Lucky for me, when I get off the screen and get back, he doesn't come back. But it's one of the coolest animations in the screen, and actually, we hardly got a chance to see him, which is, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of comical. They must have put a lot of work in getting the dragon animation to work. But if you play the game to win, yeah, normally as soon as you get into that screen... No, wait. I don't want to... I hope he doesn't get up the ladder. I stopped too late. Because you are tempted to go up that ladder also. But you need the shield to finish the game. So I'm gonna pick it up. And again, he decided to let me pass the statue. And here also I have to just like run and jump. Because this statue, for some reason, he reacts by trying to kill me. I need this shield to beat the wizard. And I'm gonna be really honest. Even with limited lives, back in the day, I was able to beat this dragon a few times. And let's get I was able to beat the dragon, and I was actually able to get to the point where I had to beat the wizard. But I was never really able to beat the wizard. And because I think you have to fire an arrow at him, and then you have to deflect some fireball he fires at you with his shield. Yeah, here you really need to make sure you are, because that rock is there, and yeah, I don't know why he decides to go there and attack me. But he always makes the same attack move. There's not much to AI. The enemies just sort of, yeah, slowly walk towards you and make an attack move at some random time. And if I am sort of half near them at any time they make the attack move, then they will. Yeah, come on. Well, like I said, if at any time I'm sort of near them, even when I'm sort of half making an attack move, then they will kill me. But as you saw, when the enemy is like really close to me, and he is actually preparing to make an attack move, but I'm actually already next to him, yeah, then I kill him. And that makes no sense at all in any way. I mean, it's just silly. So that's always why, like I'm doing now, it's actually better to just avoid them most of the time. Of course, now that you are more powerful, it's easier to actually. Ooh, did I get on the? Yeah. I got on the ladder just in time. Because for some reason, when I'm climbing a ladder, they also can't attack me. So even when he's swinging his hammer at me, well, when I'm on the ladder, doesn't matter. Yeah, now I think sheer coincidence, although Psygnosis will probably say, no, this is part of the game's AI, which I don't believe, I don't buy for a minute. But he made the right attack move to actually attack this guy. Now this knight is also an annoying one. But there's 3 arrows there, so even if I shoot him with a bow, it pays off to actually attack him. So let's choose bow. And oh, I'm too late. Maybe I should take my bow before this just cost me an arrow. Oh, god damn it! I'm so stupid. I should have chosen my bow as an attack weapon before I got down, which I didn't. Still, I'm going to shoot him with an arrow. Which is the easiest way to attack him. And the reason I'm doing this, because there's a trap here. I think if I walk here, something falls down. And if I walk here, also something falls down. So let's just... yeah, see you there. Yeah, luckily walking into the wall doesn't really hurt me. First I'm going to take back my sword. And then I'll get this arrow and these 2. Which means now I have 12 arrows, which is kind of good. But these knights are also kind of difficult to attack. They really make some... They walk forward with their sword in some position. And... yeah, if that sword in that position gets anywhere near me, even if they're not attacking, I think, they just... yeah, I just die. Which seems sort of be the theme of this game anyway. And... I would like to say welcome to the most annoying screen of this game. Because to get past this slightly jerky rotating rock, I really have to time it. I have to time it perfectly. This is too early. See, this is way too early, so I get hit and I die. And imagine having only spent, like, not died a single time and getting to this screen. You have to get past this one. And there's no way to save your game. That's just frustrating. Let me try to get... Oh, I was too early again. Yeah, I tend to be either too early or too late, because you have to get your timing really almost perfect. Is this okay? Ah, see, now I was just too late. See, So if this rock gets into the screen from here, if I start running, I'm just too late. So I have to time it like, oh, I'm sorry, I looked wrong at the screen. This, yeah, this was just too early. Just a slightly bit too early. Oh, come on. And I have got past this one. Oh, come on. Seriously? Sorry. That was just, I knew that was too early. But imagine having to get your timing right with this kind of jerky animation. That's just almost impossible. And yes, I got it, man. And now you would want to literally like, I want to save my game so I can get from here, and yeah, it's not possible. That's just, I don't know. I imagine many people threw their STs or their Amigas outside. Yeah, they threw them out, getting frustrated like this. And I think there's even a trap here. I'm not entirely sure, but I think there's actually, if you walk here, there's something with spikes coming from the ceiling and killing you. Yeah. But at least I was able to kill this knight. Then I was able to pick up this arrow, which, as you can hear, really is a very exciting experience for our friend Barbarian. What was his name? Heron or something? Yeah, there's also an arrow here. Since I have unlimited lives, I'm just going for the attack on this knight. And this is just, I mean, I'm so far away. I'm just doing an attack. He decides to do the jumping attack, and there's nothing I can do. And now, okay. For some reason now, there's also this guy coming from this trap. So. Yeah, and as you can see, once I'm on the ladder, the arrow doesn't hurt me. So I decided not to kill that knight and just leave it be. And yeah, just leave him be, because I have 13 arrows anyway. So that should be enough actually to get to the end of the screen. Yeah, this just takes so long to get to these screens. Yeah, this is also interesting. As you can see, there's some interesting character here inside the wall. If I do it right, if I pick it up in time, he will just not be able to reach me. So you can see the snake is lashing at me, but yeah, I'm just far away enough. So I got an arrow for free. And the snake makes a bit of a, I don't know. The noise he makes doesn't really sound like a snake. It sounds like some trash being crushed. And yeah, as you can see, this knight also, I attacked him way too late. But still, for some reason, that meant I beat him. And I'm actually quite close to the end screen of the game. Because here is a knight, and I think in the screens that follow, there are some wizards. But not the Necronom, what the hell, I don't know what his name is. So I'm going to choose to pick up my bow. And I'm going to walk this way. Because the wizards shoot fireballs at you, so it's almost impossible to kill them by sword. So I'm just immediately going to shoot a fireball before he can do anything. Because, yeah, they basically, they are just standing there and doing nothing. And the next screen actually has two wizards. For, I don't know, because reasons. And the nice thing is, yeah, my first arrow takes forever to fire. And for some reason the second one, I can fire it immediately after the first one. Yeah, which probably is some sort of side effect of lack of game design. And I'm actually going to save a memory snapshot in my emulator here. Because this fixed version actually also allows me to save games, to save my game state, but it doesn't really work very nice in an emulator. But I think the thing I have to do here is actually get into the screen, fire an arrow at the wizard. I have to fire an arrow at him. And then he fires a ball at me. Oh, he's not doing much. Okay. I will get a bit closer then. Yeah, exactly. I have to shield it back at him, and I think I sort of have to pick up, and he throws it into the pit. And this is how I destroy the wizard lair. So that was my ultimate boss fight inside this game, which you would think like, oh, that's really cool. Now everything turns red, and I destroyed the boss. So why is the game not ending? I mean, I did everything I had to do, right? I mean, I killed the wizard. I killed these wizards even. So why is the game not ending? And that's also... This is one of the really weird things about this game. Yeah, and I'm going to shoot this guy too, before he throws a fireball at me. And... yeah, so there's this time, 27 minutes, which is actually not that good, because I died too often, and... how many arrows I have left? 6? Yeah, let's just choose my sword again. So to finish the game, I actually it timed how long it took me to destroy the wizard and destroy his lair. So I have beaten the wizard, but oh, this is going to go wrong. No, I didn't. Okay, lucky for me. The one thing I have to do now is actually get back through all the screens I've been through, right up to the point, like right up to the end screen. Which I have no idea. Maybe it's sort of a cheat for themselves to make the game longer. I have no idea. But I have to get back right through the end screen, and I have to kill all the enemies over and over again that I already killed. Or at least have to dodge them, because I don't have to kill them. I've done my duties, but I have to get back to the end screen all the way through all the screens. I have to get through all the... Come on, walk and attack. I have to get back through all the screens that are in this game until I reach the beginning screen, and then he will say, yeah, you have finished your quest, but the score will actually be the time it took me to beat the wizard. So I have no... Oh, stop. I have no idea why I put that in. And I'm actually in doubt whether I should actually... yeah, as you can see now, this trap was activated, but I jumped out of the way in time, so... And I have no idea why they did this, why they just didn't say, like, you beat the wizard, this is the end of the game. Because also here, I have to... I mean, it's easy to get through it this way, which is a good thing. Yeah, I still think I can go this way. Yeah, exactly. And the fastest way is just to dodge your enemies. Don't bother with trying to beat them. It's actually easier just get out of their way, just run or walk, because he's just standing there. I mean, and yeah, we've been through all these screens. It's just the other way around. And that was actually the wrong way. I meant to go the other way. That also works. So don't ask me also when I respawn inside the level why I'm going that way and not the other one. Actually, is this the way I want to go? Yeah, I think so. And I'm just going to try to walk and run out of his way, because... did it work? Yes. And that was a mistake, because now... Oh, actually... That was a surprise. Usually when you jump on top of the stairs, actually there's a glitch that sometimes makes you... Yeah, because I jump and then further ahead the stairs will actually be lower. So he will lose the ground on his feet, and he will just sort of tip over forwards and fall. And break his back from a fall of less than like half a meter or so. But I got lucky, I guess. Yeah, we are already 40 minutes into this video, but yeah, since I've beaten the wizard, I'm I'm going to take the opportunity to actually just go see if I can actually get back to the beginning screen. I mean, I know it's a major cheat because I didn't do it the proper way. And lucky for me, the dragon is one of the very few enemies that doesn't respawn, even on my way back. It's not here. So I'm quite happy about that. But yeah, this game, it's very glitchy. It's maybe a good time also to sort of summarize. Do I still like this game? Yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag, of course, in this case too. Let me kill that guy first. Because that guy is also just standing there. It's naturally, it's a bit of a mixed bag, as with probably all Psygnosis games. Although this is not the one I hate the most. I like Bratakas more than this one, actually. Even if that game has more glitches than this one. It's very difficult to talk and give a summary at the same time as I'm doing... and I'm trying to get to the main screen at the same time. I'm just curious about the ending screen. I've seen the ending screen on the Amiga, but not on the ST. And probably the ending screen on the Amiga already sucked. So this one probably will suck even more. I mean, I know ST fans and Amiga fans are supposed to be enemies, but I think we can now easily acknowledge that the Amiga, when it came to hardware, was by far the better machine. And the ST programs were probably a bit more creative than the Amiga ones because they had it had a little less to work with. No, I don't want to go that way. I want to go that way. But yeah, I've seen the ending on the Amiga, and it wasn't very impressive. And again, my attack move was already finished, but I still killed the enemy. But yeah, do I like this game still? I would say as a product of its time, it's really nice to get back to it like this, to sort of like do some casual gameplay and yeah, look at it and sort of acknowledge the many glitches it has when it comes to graphics, frames per second. What? Oh, come on, stupid dog. Oh, at least me dying helped me get past this enemy. So that's what Unlimited Lives does for you. But yeah, despite the many glitches that it has, it makes it entertaining just to see, like, yeah, I knew what they were. I mean, actually, no, I don't know what they were trying to do. That may be one of the problems of this game. Because is this an adventure game, or is this like an action game, or is this a puzzle game? It's very difficult to determine what they were actually trying to achieve here, because the controls are more like puzzle game, adventure game like. But I think they tried to sell it as a sort of action adventure game, for which the controls are just a bit too glitchy. I mean, you get confused too quickly, and it doesn't work like it's supposed to. So I can also imagine, like, if you paid good money, and games were not cheap at this time. So if you paid a lot of money to buy this game, and yeah, with the glitchy controls and the enormously glitchy gameplay, I should be able to get away from him. Yes. Yeah, with enormously glitchy gameplay and like super low frame rate animation, I would say, I can imagine you would be like really disappointed with this. Let's run away like this. That works. You don't have to kill all the enemies. You can really just avoid them. I can imagine you would be super disappointed. Sorry, paying good money for this game and finding that actually it has so many flaws. Oh, sorry, boy. It has so many flaws. Yeah, because the gameplay, to be honest, it really does. It has no feel whatsoever. I mean, I really want to like this game a lot, and I actually do. But I think that's mostly because... hang on, I have to... Yeah, see, the guy was actually behind me, and I made a sort of attack move, and it worked. Let's not forget to jump the bridge. And I was just in time. I already forgot which enemies were here. There was like, oh yeah, this growling werewolf kind of thingy. And now he's just, he's just standing there. And also my Barbarian, he's just standing there, so just make a jump attack. But nah, he doesn't. And yeah, we saw another glitch. He jumps inside some of the stuff he can't stand, and they sort of correct it by putting him in the right place. Yeah, in the meantime, I think I was trying to do a summary, but doing a summary and playing the game is actually quite difficult. Okay. I sort of forgot to attack him. Ooh, that was just in time. And of course now we have to face the most annoying enemy one last time. So I'm just... Luckily I have some arrows left, so... I'm just gonna shoot this guy with my bow and then get into the beginning screen, and this should actually get me to the end screen. So I'm curious. Yes, and this is the end screen. You have destroyed Necron in his evil kingdom. You have won the night, etc., etc. And yeah, there's this sort of picture with a sort of color cycle animation with him standing there, and it didn't take very long. I think it normally takes a bit longer. And I think in the Amiga there's some scrolling animation of the lava, which is missing on the ST. So yes, the end screen on the ST version actually does suck more than the Amiga version even. Yeah, and then you get to the beginning and you press a key and you just start the game. You start the game again, which of course I am not going to do. I am going to do that summary that I was trying to do many times before. So do I like this game? Yes, as a product of its time, it's nice to get back to it. But I can also really imagine that having paid good money for this game, you would quickly be sort of disappointed with this gameplay without any feel. You need to train yourself to remember every scream and also get the timing right from memory instead of really from skill. Because I think I died like 20 times even more, and you only have 3 or 4 lives, so I would never have gone this far. Maybe if I practice a lot, but I just don't have the time for that anymore. And all that, including and the lack of like a save game and restore option, make this game someone, you would enjoy it, but you would also quickly forget. However, this worry-free fooling around with unlimited lives actually has been a lot of fun to sort of have a view through the game. So that means that this game actually does have some entertainment to offer. So you might be motivated to actually practice the gameplay and timing to perfection, so you can actually finish the game with only 3 lives instead of like 20 or 30 like I did. But yeah, it's really too bad that especially a save game option would be very welcome at the time. I would have enjoyed this game a lot more back then, because I played it for a year or so, and then I never looked back at it again. I can still see why, but nonetheless, I enjoyed this a lot. This video has been way longer than I anticipated it to be, but still I enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed it too. I hope this will motivate you to play Barbarian even with unlimited lives like I did, which is a bit of cheating, but sometimes you have to cheat to enjoy yourself. And with that, I would like to end this video, and I will hope to see you next time.